Hey everyone, I'm Mia P, your MP. All those P's in there. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, I'm a nurse practitioner by trade, but I decided to start posting this. I'm new, fairly new to this video um, YouTube world, if you would, but I'm gonna start posting. So, and I imagine as I get used to doing this, who knows, I might get in with the pros there. So why am I doing this? So I just wanted to this is my jump off video, if you will. Like I mentioned, I am a nurse practitioner by profession, and what I want to do with this channel is to kind of talk about with my patients and anyone else who finds this information helpful, how to grab hold of your own health, improve it, because a lot of people, I'm realizing as I'm practicing out there, a lot of people are not aware of how much control and power they have to improve their overall health, right? What's missing that I'm finding is the knowledge. In all, seasons of life or populations, if you will, for my young people, that thing where, in my day, never thought I'd say that in my day, but in my day, we used to have health classes in junior high school and coming up through elementary school as well. We had, a subject called health. It doesn't appear that they're doing that any longer. And what I see on the other end, at the effect, is these kids have no earthly clue as to just basic health practices. And it's sad because, they're out there trying to, take care of themselves, and they don't have they have YouTube University, and thank God for that, because people say, people share information, but they don't know. And then there's sex education. Y'all remember when we used to have sex education? Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of gone by the wayside too. And now you got kids with hormones going awry, but not aware of their normal body changes, not aware of how to have safe sex. Because some of them are going to do it no matter what you say. Why? Because in that age group, they have these hormone surges and everybody's hot in the pants, as my grandma used to say. But they don't know what to do with those feelings. They don't know how to navigate, taking care of their bodies. And then the body changes. The body changes. That's a whole nother thing too. But anyway, they don't know how to take care of their bodies. They don't know how to navigate this new world of going into young adulthood and protecting themselves with safe sex practices or abstinence or dating practices, setting boundaries, healthy relationships, mental health. There is a myriad of things that, it would just be helpful if they had some basic education. So part of my platform is trying to address some of the community health topics. Not just for young folks, but for all people, because my older sisters and brothers, in the age group, 50s and above, there are a lot of, gaps in knowledge as well. And I want to address those too, because I'm aging right along with the rest of you. And even though I'm in healthcare, there is a lot that I find that I'm like, good gosh, nobody told us about any of this. And as I go through these experiences right along with the rest of you, I'm discovering things that really need to be addressed with my patients. And together. We're going to share some of those things on this channel. So that's what I kind of hope to do. What should I call this channel? I thought about the 60 the six MP60s glow up something. That sounds so corny. But just tell you a little bit about me, and maybe you guys can tell me what I could call the channel. Okay. Um, I'm a child of the 60s. I know. I know. It does. I still feel like I'm in my 30s at least, but those days have long gone. Um. Anyway, I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm an artist. I'm a performer. Um. You know, I do things on in my spare time. That is, nowadays I don't have a whole lot of spare time, and where I'm located, I don't have a lot of time. But I used to get involved with plays and musicals and things like that. Background work, and film. It was fun. It was fun for me. But anyway, that's me. That's me. So I would like to share some health information that may be of help for, our community, because healthcare, guys, it is changing. It is really changing. And I see a lot of people that are going to fall through the cracks because in their mind, it is still, they still have that traditional model, that traditional Western medicine model where, they go to the doctor. Hey, doctor, I got X, Y, and Z. And they say, here, take this pill. And it's supposed to go away. That's not how it works, folks. That's not how it works. Medicine is a science. It's a science. And in science, here we go. I'm going to take you back through how science works. Remember from school when you had a theory. A theory is, I believe that this is happening. Like, I believe that I got pain. I'm noticing a problem. Here's the problem. Okay. I have pain in my joints. Okay. Here's my theory. I think arthritis is causing that pain. What are my hypotheses? Or what are the reasons why it could be happening? Could just be getting old. Could just be inflammation. Could be, I don't know, I've got some weird disease that nobody's heard of. How do we find out if those hypotheses are true? We do testing. We do blood work. We do x-rays. We try medicines that might deal with inflammation. Right? And then the outcome. Do you feel better? Is the pain gone? What did we see on those x-rays? Is everything normal? Or do we see some evidence of some sort of breakdown, like tissue damage, joint damage, anything like that? What did we see in the lab work? Did it indicate we saw some kind of increased inflammatory markers? That's how medicine works. So, what does that mean for you as a consumer? The same thing. You have to address problems pretty much the same way. When you get involved with your care, ask questions. Doc, what do you think it should be? What are we testing this for? Why are we doing this test? Why? Why do you need to know? Because you need to know what happens with your body, right? Okay. And if you know what happens to your body, you can be looking out for maybe things in your environment that you're doing that might contribute to your health issue. Or maybe medications you might be taking. Or maybe, oh, I forgot I was out gardening and I fell and I didn't think it. I just walked it off and I then think about it. Or, it could be anything, little insignificant, seemingly insignificant things. But, in short, there are things that you can contribute. And how is that? A lot of things that we do, we can correct by our diet. And we'll get into that in some further, in some subsequent videos. That saying that they say that food is medicine. Oh, it really is. It really is. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So thank you for letting me introduce myself on here. And as I learn how to better use YouTube University, we'll talk. We'll have these little chats and empower ourselves to take care of ourselves, because we want to be around here for a while, don't we? We sure do. So with that being said, I'm signing off, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget, give me your suggestions on what to call this channel, okay? Okay. See ya from Mia the MP. Bye.